Hello, this is Aaron Mean of SG Gaming Info, and welcome to my video review of the PC version of Codemasters F1 2017. Codemasters F1 2017 has proven to be the best Formula 1 game to date, as the developers have taken what they've learned from their previous Formula 1 titles and built upon them. The most noteworthy improvement seen in F1 2017 is the improvements to the research and development and the brand new vehicle management feature. The research and development feature in career mode is arguably the best portion of F1 2017, as it allows players to improve their car over a season by way of research points earned by completing practice programs along with meeting qualifying and race objectives set by your team. In F1 2017, the practice program has received 2 additional programs in the form of fuel saving and race strategy. These 2 new programs work well with the existing track acclimatization, tyre management, qualifying pace, and team objectives. The fuel saving program has you manage fuel usage while attempting to complete a competitive lap time. It is a useful program to undertake, especially if you like to run races with low fuel. The race strategy is my favourite program, as it takes what you learned from the previous programs and analyses your fuel usage and tyre wear over 3 to 5 laps. It is important as the results from the program helps determine the optimal fuel and tyre strategy for the race. Moving into the R&D point spending, the linear upgrade system in F1 2016 is removed for a circular multiple choice web graph. This new web graph design sees players being able to pick up to 85 upgrades spread across 4 categories. In F1 2016 there were only 25 upgrades spread across 5 categories, and as I mentioned earlier, it was a linear progression of choice. The new research and development feature also includes a failure state, which is where a part you researched might fail and require you to spend additional points and time to successfully complete. Career mode also features vehicle management. At the start of a season, you are given components for 4 power units and 4 gearboxes. These components wear over time, and if you use a component too much, it can fail. This means as you go through a season, you need to manage all the components to make sure your car is both working at optimal efficiency and durable. If you use up all 4 of one component, you can get a 5th, but doing so will result in a penalty. When it comes to new additions for the racing, F1 2017 offers classic cars, track variants, and Invitational Challenge events. In regards to classic cars, F1 2017 offers 12 classic cars from the 1988 McLaren MP44 to the 2010 Red Bull Racing RB6. All 12 cars handle differently, especially when you compare them to the modern 2017 cars you will be driving for the majority of your time with the game. The use of classic cars are limited specifically to multiplayer races, time trial, and special invitational events that take place during the career mode. The invitational events are nice side distractions that are broken down into 4 types: overtake, pursuit, checkpoint challenge, and time attack. I found my enjoyment of the invitational events came from the fact that they occurred when you are doing well, which makes it a great reward for those who are shooting above their weight in the career mode. In regards to the previously mentioned track variants, F1 2017 has shortened versions of 4 of the game's 20 racetracks. The 4 shortened tracks in question are Bahrain, Silverstone, Suzuka, and the Circuit of the Americas. The 4 short tracks can be raced on in time trial mode, certain invitational events, and multiplayer. If you're looking for quick and intense races, then using short track variants are perfect for the multiplayer. Now let's look at the racing experience. F1 2017 is a decent racing sim that does a good job of incorporating some of the interesting aspects of Formula 1, like the limited power unit and gearbox usage. But since I'm focusing on the on-track action, I want to talk about how the game handles fuel saving. Fuel saving in Formula 1 is basically trying to save as much fuel as possible throughout the course of a race, as cars are generally underfueled in an effort to get as much power as possible out of the car. Fuel saving strongly features in F1 2017, as most cars don't have enough fuel to finish a race, and as such, when racing, you need to keep an eye on your fuel usage and move between 3 fuel mix types in an effort to determine how much fuel you use. Of course, using the lean fuel mix, which is used to save fuel, does have the drawback of slowing you down, and as such I recommend taking advantage of the fuel saving practice program and learn to save fuel while in a higher fuel mix. Learning when to use more and less fuel is a balancing act, and one that I really enjoyed, as getting it right can see you win a race easily, but get it wrong and you will find yourself cursing your own bad strategy. The driving aspect of F1 2017 is magnificent, as the cars handle like majestic horses as you throw the car in and out of high and low speed corners. Sure, the horse might decide to act up and see you miss the corner, but that is down to the car allowing you to push it to its limit. The raw power and maneuverability of the cars in F1 2017 is amazing, but unfortunately I can't say the same about the AI opponents. For me, the AI opponents have always been the one major downside of F1 games, and well, F1 2017 is no different. The AI isn't bad per se, but the computer-controlled drivers are prone to absolutely stupid moves, such as rear-ending you into a corner, trying to run you off the road as you approach the first corner of the first lap, and not yielding when you have clearly passed them. I mean, the amount of times I've passed a computer-controlled car only to have my rear wheel clipped is staggering. I don't know if it's Codemasters trying to replicate the styles of real-world drivers, but sometimes the computer-controlled racers drive me demented. On a slightly cooler note, let's talk about the dynamic weather in F1 2017. Weather in F1 2017 can be equal parts unpredictable and challenging, as a majority dry racing weekend can lead to a wet race, or vice versa. While dynamic weather can make for a challenging experience, it can throw up some odd situations, such as heavy rain in Bahrain. The weather, in particular the rain, also makes the track a lot more difficult, as you have to contend with the potential of aquaplaning and having a differential setup that makes stopping in wet weather far more difficult. In terms of graphics, F1 2017 offers a well-detailed look at the cars and tracks, along with amazing rain effects. But when it comes to the characters you interact with outside of the car, they have a disturbing uncanny valley appearance to them, as looking at and interacting with them feels unnerving and off-putting. In regards to audio, it is perfect, from the sound of the car accelerating to the sound of a broken gearbox. So, in conclusion, F1 2017 is a treat for fans of Formula 1, as the game's new vehicle management and R&D improvements create a higher level of authenticity. With that said, I give F1 2017 a score of 9 out of 10, with the pros being new vehicle management, improved research and development, and classic cars. The game's cons are the computer AI gets irritating and characters are still unnerving to look at. Thank you for watching. Please like, favourite and subscribe. For more gaming information, please visit sggaminginfo.com, and don't forget to like our Facebook page at facebook.com/sggaminginfo, and follow us on Twitter at sggaminginfo.